Welcome to a very special edition of BHAC-CHAT, BHAC Community Chat we're calling it. We're going to be meeting some members of our local community and today we are really glad to have a special guest, Chris Drake, ex-president of NTAG, now treasurer of NTAG. And what I like about NTAG, like BHAC, it's one of those acronyms that has just stuck. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's so good to have you.
Now, NTAG, just before we go any further, is North Turramurra Action Group. We're going to hear about that in a few moments, but Vic, you've got some special questions.
Well, I just had a few really easy get-to-know-you questions. So, if you're having eggs, would you prefer them scrambled, fried, or poached?
Scrambled.
Me too. I love scrambled eggs. If you're going out, would you prefer to go to see a movie or go to a concert?
Concert.
What kind of concert?
Like a Sure concert.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
That's great.
And lastly, do you like big parties or small gatherings?
Both.
Yeah, nice. Fantastic.
What do you mean, like big, small gatherings or at different times?
Different times,
Okay.
different places.
Yeah,
Right.
fantastic. Chris, you were sharing before that you have had a little stint as a TV producer. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
And what we're doing wrong.
No, look, we went to Tamworth one year and walked along the streets and went to all the shows, and I thought there's better talent on the streets than there is at the shows. Somebody should do a TV show about the talent that's available in Australia.
Yeah.
So I came back to Sydney and I put together a part. Well, I didn't put together a part, I put together a format. And I went to the music companies who were promoting country music at the time, and I said, look, you should be doing a TV show about it.
Yeah.
And they said, too hard. So I did it.
Yeah, wow.
That's awesome.
And it was very successful in the ratings. It was sponsored by Telstra, who were Telecom back then, and we beat 10's Late Night News, the football, lots of programs,
football.
and it was an amazing time in my life.
Yeah.
The hardest I've ever worked and the most rewarding in lots of ways.
Now tell us a little bit about NTAG and how and what you guys do and for people who might want to get involved, what that's
NTAG was started by two friends of mine, Laurel Capebread and Bride and myself, in response to the fact that North Turramurra has large lot sizes.
Yeah.
So developers wanted to come in here and make it all medium and high density.
Okay.
There was a DA in for a place next to Laurel's house. There was a DA for 28 units next door to me.
Oh, wow.
So we decided we'd have to fight these developers, and we started by networking and inviting, everybody had to invite one person to our meeting. We elected a president and a committee, and we finally stopped all the medium and high density coming in.
Wow.
Yeah,
And then we proceeded and got the area cross-hatched, which means it's E4 zoning, and the total area is high fire risk,
Okay.
which means we can't have any more vulnerable people in North Turramurra because there are 11 nursing homes, hospitals, over 55 developments within half a kilometre
Yeah, right.
at the northern end,
Yes.
and there's no way we can get all those people out during a bushfire.
Yeah. What is it?
NTAG is the best organisation. We're probably the longest running community group in the country, apart from Folk Friends of Ku-ring-gai, which covers all of Ku-ring-gai. We only cover North Turramurra.
The longest running giving, wow.
Yeah, we've been going for 21 years.
Jeez.
There was one time when we had pretty much every household in North Turramurra was a member of NTAG.
Oh, wow.
Our membership has dropped off because people don't think there's anything to get upset about, but there is. NTAG
So you need to be upset to join in?
No, but it helps. If you've got a grievance, come to NTAG, we solve it.
Okay.
They had a problem with the NTRA,
Yeah.
so we facilitated the meeting with council
Okay.
to get the lighting problem and partially the noise problems. They're never going to be fixed, but at least they're better. We got the right-hand turn signal at the traffic lights.
Okay.
Oh,
We had the
wow.
lights put over the pedestrian crossing at the shops to make it safer.
Fantastic.
We respond to residents' problems. We try to get them, we'll intervene with ministers if necessary, but mostly with council. What else are we doing? I have to look at the newsletter.
If you were to get involved, what would be involved? What
look.
would that mean? Is there meetings or monthly?
We're 8 on our committee.
Yeah.
We meet monthly. It's for an hour a month. We're all volunteers, so we give our time. Twice a year we put out a newsletter like this one to tell people what's going on in the area and what we've done. And there's a membership form at the back.
Yeah.
The membership fee has been the same for the past 21 years. It's $10 a year, which
Bit
is
expensive.
Yeah, I know. $15 for a family though. That's
Oh,
cheap.
yeah.
And I encourage people to join
Yeah.
because we want to represent all of the community,
Yeah.
not just 200 homes.
Yeah.
The more that are part of us, the more we're representative,
Yeah.
and that's
Makes sense.
important.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And you're a resident of North Turramurra?
Yes.
How long have you been living in North Turramurra?
Oh, more than 30 years, close to 40 years now.
Cool. And you've sort of alluded to this, but you must have seen a lot of change over that almost 40 years. What are some of the changes that you've seen?
Well, there used to be a riding school, very well patronised, on the corner of Carrigal and Bobbin Head Road. Down Carrigal Road, it was light industrial, and the vets,
Yeah.
which was very well patronised. The vets there were amazing. My side of the street was mostly orchards. There were only 2 houses.
Wow.
The other side of the street was all orchards.
Yeah.
And there was a house down the road, Brian Shirley's house, where they used to. He was a producer of TV, and I think he produced Skippy the Bush Kangaroo down
Oh,
there.
wow.
Really?
Yes.
How
and
interesting.
you could hear it. Well, you know how noise carries in North Turramurra. You could hear him shouting directions from miles away.
And what do you love about North Turramurra?
Oh, I love the serenity. I love the greenery. I love the people, the wildlife. I think we have a great community.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see it stay the way it is, where people say hello to each other. They're thoughtful. We could all be a little more considerate, I think, and a bit more caring towards each other. But on the whole, we are so lucky to live here.
Well, I just want to thank you so much for coming and joining us today. Being a church in the community, we're keen to, like you, I think, as the organisation, is to be a blessing to the community in our own way. And so, thank you for taking this time to share. And we, like you, are really looking forward to the great years ahead for North Turramurra. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. Lovely to meet you both.
Yeah, lovely to meet you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.